Hello YouTube, I'm back with Uncle Bub, and today if y'all remember, my duct tape sheath, cardboard and duct tape sheath here for my kitchen cutlery bushcraft knife. I was going to try to make a more durable. Now, this one has lasted for a year, but you know, it's getting kind of grungy, and it does leave the glue residue all over your blade, and I really don't like that. And you know, who knows, one day I may polish this up and make it look really pretty. Bushcraft Barton's has an excellent video on that. I mean, he uses his knives, he abuses his knives, and but he knows how to take care of his knives, and his knives look like they just walked off the showroom floor. So if you're interested in that, give that a look. That's mosquitoes. That's Bushcraft Barton's. He has an excellent video on knife care and maintenance. Alright, I'm going to make my sheath out of this old cat litter bucket. It's white, and but I figure if this works out, I'll give it a coat of paint, and maybe that'll last another year or so. Who knows? Alright, let me get set up and I'll get back with you. Alright, we're back. So let me prep up here, get my gloves on. Safety first. Oh. I got with me, put this up for now. I got with me my propane torch and a razor knife. All I'm going to do is use the torch, heat up the tip of the knife, and cut through the plastic. Easy as cake. Alright, keep this going so I can keep it running while I'm working here. Just when you're doing this, make sure you keep your blade hot. That way your cuts will be all nice and smooth. And there we go. We got a nice little piece of plastic. I'm going to cut out one more of these. Now, this project was inspired by RDP project, actually. I was saw one of his videos where he refabbed a machete, and he made a Kydex sheath for it. I believe it to be Kydex. It's in a roll of plastic looking stuff, and he basically form molded it using a heat gun, and that's pretty much the same process I'm going to do today. And there we go. Now you can notice they're kind of rocky. They're not exactly flat. We're going to take care of that. I got here a little heat gun. It's a inexpensive one. I think I picked it up for about $10, $11. Oh, a while back when I was doing a VCT job. That's vinyl composition tile for all of you out there. It's got two settings, a high and a low. I'm just going to use the low setting. This is basically a hair dryer on steroids. It gets extremely hot. So you don't want to keep it in one place too long, because if you do, it'll just melt it. I'm just going to heat it up here and flatten it out. Flip it over. Now this should go without saying, but you want to do this in a well-ventilated area. Plastic fumes are not a healthy thing. Get me a paper towel or two here. Now, I'm just going to clean this plastic up here. Like I said, it's been sitting outside for quite some time. Just going to use your normal generic rubbing alcohol, 70%. Spider on there. Get him off. Maybe I should take the gloves off. Yeah, I'm just going to give you a little wipe down. Clean that up. You don't want all that nastiness. We're going to be epoxying these two pieces together later anyway, so you'll want to have a clean surface for the epoxy to adhere to. Okay. Now we got two relatively clean, flat pieces of plastic. Now I'm going to be using the white side as our outside sheath, since it was a kitty litter bucket. I don't want the kitty litter logo showing all over my sheath until I have a chance to paint it. Nothing against our feline friends. I love them and they contributed to this project, but it's just for aesthetic purposes. So, get our knife, lay it out, decide how far into the sheath you want it to go, simply by moving it back and forth. Now you're going to want to leave a little in the bottom here because we are going to epoxy these two pieces together. So I'll say halfway between the first and the second brass rivet. Now just set that there. Set this other piece right here on top of it. Now once we get this molded, we're going to trim it up, epoxy it together, clamp it, and let it sit. So let's put our gloves back on. We're going to be messing with the heat gun again. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up this top piece of plastic, and using my hands while it's pliable, I'm simply going to mold it around the knife. Now this bottom piece, it's going to pretty much remain flat. I'm not going to mold it because I don't want it, my neighbor doing some work over there, I don't want it sticking out too far from my side. And I don't want it rubbing me or anything like that. So it's just going to remain a flat piece, smooth, easy on the close, easy on the hip. Okay, just going to heat up the plastic and start molding it. Okay guys, this isn't working. So I'll figure something else out and get back with you.